When a roll is executed, you have a right-right, left-left continuing pattern. For a percussionist's first stroke of the roll to be stronger than the second stroke, which I've seen and heard far too often in many drum lines, this means that the second stroke of the roll is indeed weaker than the first stroke, because there's no momentum behind it. Think of bouncing a basketball. If you drop or even push the ball from mid-height, it will hit the ground and bounce back up. But the ball won't bounce as high as its original height. Therefore, the second strike of the ground won't be as hard as the first. Your stick does the same thing. On a downstroke, when you push the stick down to the head on the first stroke of the double beat, the stick will bounce back, then fall back to the head for the second bounce. However, momentum is in our favor. Here's how. With a basketball, you keep the momentum of the ball's bounce at the same intensity by pushing the ball back to the ground each time it bounces back to you. Just like that basketball, the first stroke of the double beat pushes the stick down to the head, and the stick rebounds off the head. The magic happens here. Instead of letting the stick fall back to the head, relying only on the force of gravity, your back fingers give a squeeze, which causes the push needed for the stick to strike the head with more force than gravity alone can provide. So the secret is in the back fingers. Getting your open stroke rolls to produce a machine gun-like sound, though, won't come overnight. If you're accustomed to playing your open stroke rolls without this technique, then you'll want to put some work and time into training your hands to use your back fingers to give the second stroke of each hand some momentum. One exercise I like to use is called Offbeat Roll. This pattern starts on the 16th note pickup note in 4/4 time. So each hand's second stroke lands on a downbeat, and the first stroke is always on an upbeat. It feels really funky to play a roll with this pattern, but it makes you focus on that second stroke of the roll that we need to strengthen. The goal is to make the second stroke as strong as the first stroke of the roll. Here's the first part of the exercise. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, same thing and a little faster. 1, 2, 3, 4. Roll exercises are great, and they provide a means to work on clarity and timing of each stroke so you produce a clean roll, especially when playing in the line with others. However, if the second stroke isn't emphasized, rolls can sound clean, but lack that strong second stroke, so you end up with more sound from the first stroke, less from the second. Something like this. Another exercise that focuses on the second beat of each hand contains a triplet pattern. I like to call this one Irish jig just because of the rhythm. This one also puts the second stroke on downbeats, so it's hard not to emphasize the second beat. It almost feels as if the second beat should be accented. That's a good thing, as it will really work your technique to get that second beat nice and strong. 1, 2, 3, 4. One more exercise that's great to strengthen your second stroke for rolls actually takes advantage of accents in the pattern. Normally, accent tap exercises are intended to train a percussionist technique to make night and day difference of accented notes and tap notes, and weed out any gray areas in between these accents and taps. You should really be able to tell the difference between the two, or else your taps are too high or accents are too low. The use of accents and taps is an idea to emphasize building strength in your second stroke for rolls. The best example of this is in a video I saw many years ago while in college working at a music store. It features the drummer from Primus, Brian Mantilla, also known as Brain, and the video is called Brain's Lessons, Shredding Repis on the Nar Nar Rad. I love this video for the wisdom of Brain, which most people might not expect at first glance, but appearances are often deceiving. If you have a chance to find this video, the section is called Double Stroke Roll. The video features many other amazing and entertaining nuggets of wisdom. That's it for today's episode number 1. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe, tell your friends, share this video series. There are plenty more videos coming your way very soon. We'll focus mainly on marching percussion fundamentals and techniques in the fall months, UIL and ATSSB music soon after, and concert percussion and drum set in the early spring months. I'm excited to share what I've learned from many great percussionists and friends with you so that you can benefit in your own percussion experiences. Links are down below for the brain video and the exercises covered today. We'll see you soon, and until then, stay chill. Until the next episode. Hey, what's up, guys? Hey, what's up, you guys? Hey, what's up, guys? Hey, what's up, YouTube?